we just touched it, but now we're going to go deep into it. We have the A article, the an article, and the article. Okay? Now, articles are words that define a noun as specific or unspecific. These are two vital words to know when you're dealing with articles. It either tells you specific information about a noun or unspecific information about a noun. But articles have some special significance as determinants also. Now, there are two types of articles. We have the definite article and the indefinite article. The definite article is the, right? The is the definite article. The makes the noun something particular and definite. Whenever you get the, you know there's a particular thing, a specific thing being talked about. Give me the ball. There's a particular ball, whether it's a red ball or green ball or yellow ball, but give me the ball. The white lady came in yesterday. Not just any lady came in, alright? The white lady, I'm particular about the lady that came in. I went to see the lousy teacher. Oh yes, I went to see the teacher. Which of the teachers? The lousy teachers. Everybody knows there's this particular lousy teacher that you went to see. Okay, indefinite articles A and an make the noun something general and indefinite. Okay, A and an, not specific, just it could be any noun. Okay, for instance, give me a ball. It could be any ball. I'm not specific about the ball, right? I need an egg, whether it be a chicken egg or any bird's egg. I need an egg. Yeah. I need to pay for an apartment. Any apartment. I need to pay for an apartment. It could be a one-room apartment, three-room apartment, any apartment. I need to pay for an apartment. Now, there are some rules we have to note when dealing with articles. They could be actually dicey. So we're going to take them one after the other. Now, using indefinite article A and an, rule number one. A common noun in the singular number always requires an article before it. Okay? But a plural common noun does not require an article always. A plural common noun can have the article the if we want to particularize that noun. An example would show us what we're talking about. I saw a snake. This refers to a random snake. Okay, I saw a snake. Any snake, you saw a snake. I saw snakes in a zoo. No article is required because the noun there is plural and it is indefinite. So I saw snakes, maybe a mixture of snakes. I just saw snakes in the zoo. Now, I have seen the snake again. Now, this refers to the particular same snake that you had seen earlier. Okay? I have seen the snake again. Right? I have seen the snakes again before leaving the zoo. Which means the snakes that you saw the first time, you saw them again, and you're now making a reference to the same snakes that you saw by adding the, which means there's a particular set of snakes that you had seen earlier, and you're referring to them again. Okay, that's rule number one. Rule number two, the choice between the two indefinite articles A and an is determined by sound. Okay? What's beginning with consonant sound precede A, and what's beginning with vowel sound precede an. Okay? For instance, a $1 note. You can't say an $1 note. A $1 note. A one-man army. Okay? But here we have an MA. Right? He has an MA in engineering. Okay? She has a BA in foreign languages. Okay? And LLB, a BSc. And the rest of them. So you should be able to note by sound which should go with A and which should go with an. But of course, there are some guidelines to that as well. Okay, rule number three. Sometimes indefinite articles are used to refer to number. One, each, or pair. For instance, I earned $1,000 in that job. $1,000 in that job. Is that we actually know it was $1,000 you earned, but of course, you earned $1,000, okay? I have a car, one car, I have a car. It goes 50 miles an hour. An hour there is referring to just to 1 hour. Okay, rule number 4. A sometimes comes before determinants. For example, a few, a little, a lot of, a most, and the rest of them. But in the case of many, a or an comes after. Many a times, okay, you don't say a many a times or whatever. Okay, for instance, I have a few friends coming over. I have a few friends coming over. You can't say I have a few friends coming over. Okay, there is a little milk in the jar, right? Many a fan welcomed. You see that? So a also functions as determinants, indicating how much or how many the noun is. Okay. Okay, using definite articles, the rule number 1, remember what we just did now is using indefinite articles, a or an. But now, using definite articles, the rule number 1, to particularize a non-count noun, the is required before it. A non-count noun or a non-countable noun, you have to use the. The water of the Arctic Ocean is freezing. The water, you can't count the water. You can't say a water of the Arctic Ocean is freezing. I mean, it's not like there's a particular water from there, but the water referring to the whole water of the Arctic Ocean is freezing. Please return the money I lent you last year. Please return the money I lent you last. So the money is what? Probably accountable, or the person knows the amount or whatever. Okay, rule number 2, the is mandatory before a thing which is only one of a kind in the universe. When we're referring to something that is just one of a kind in the universe, everybody knows this thing has no, comparison. You just use the. The moon is shining tonight. Everybody knows that it's the moon that shines in the night. So you can't say a moon is shining tonight. I mean, it's not like there are other moons, okay? There's just the moon shining tonight. The earth is moving around the sun. Everybody knows it is the earth that moves around the sun. So you can't say an earth or an earth. There's no other earth. We have, okay. So this is another rule. The must precede name of continents, the Asia, the Europe, the Australia, the Africa, the South America, the North America, the Antarctica. The must precede names of continents. It must also precede names of countries, the Australia, the Bolivia, the England, the France, the Spain, names of states, the cities or towns, the Los Angeles, the Alaska, Sydney, the London, names of streets, the George Street, the Albion Street, the Newtown Street. So you should know things that the should not precede. They must precede names of oceans, gulfs, seas, and rivers, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Coral Sea, the Timor Sea, so all these ones should be, they must precede them. Okay? Yeah, the other ones, they must not precede them, but these ones, they must precede them.